So I'm here with Holly Van Thullenar, who is a personal friend and exciting person to me. I'll tell you a little bit about what has inspired me with Holly in a few minutes. But Holly, please take 5 seconds or so to just introduce yourself and tell everybody what you do these days.
Well, thank you. Good morning. I'm Holly Van Thullenar. I am a resident of Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, and I am a life coach. And I got certified with the Life Purpose Institute. I like to help other people reach their goals based on where they are in their life and what they're trying to accomplish. I'm excited about my new business, and it's called Champion Life Coaching. And I have helped some clients so far to really kind of get unstuck in their life struggles and figure out where they want to go and what they want to do and how they want to accomplish what it is they're trying to do. So it's really exciting because I love giving back to people. Um,
Yeah, and I
I
know
am
that,
also a teacher. Go ahead.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
no, I know that people will really appreciate your background. That's what I was going to ask is please tell just a little bit about your history of teaching, because I think that anytime you're a teacher, my dad's always said that teachers are the best coaches.
Well, I appreciate that so much. I naturally have always gravitated towards teaching. So I've been a teacher for almost 20 years. Right now, I am a PE teacher, but I have also taught first and third grade. So I really connect with the elementary age kids. But I have this other side of me that just really enjoys helping other people. And I've been through a lot in my life, a lot of life struggles that I feel like the wisdom that I've gained can really help older or other people to kind of get through some of their life struggles. And although I have this affinity towards children, I also have this other side of me that just really likes to work with people in terms of their emotional growth, their spiritual growth, their communication skills, whatever kind of struggle they're going through, whether it be relationships, parenting, divorce, separation, empty nesting, uh, grief, or loss. I've
Yeah,
gone through all of it.
yeah.
And I know what I've learned along the way, and I just want to be able to give that back to other people through my life coaching.
Yeah, well, that's great. And I know that when you get motivated, you can be a force to be reckoned with. Holly and I came together really just through school with my children going through school. And so she was their PE teacher, but then we also had a personal relationship. And we must tell everybody the story about girl power. So if you could just take a few seconds, because I heard that when you first came up with girl power, you like woke up in the middle of the night and you like couldn't stop writing and the program was just on your heart and you were on fire with it. So please tell everybody about girl power.
Absolutely. Yeah. I one night literally just had this thing that came to me and said, I have just got to do this. And 13 years ago, I came up with the idea of Girl Power Camp, which is a camp at our school and it's open to the whole community. But we fill up very fast, and it's for girls ages fourth, fifth, and sixth grades. And it's all about empowering young women to be the strongest, kindest, most emotionally mature children that they can be as they're growing. And I love it because it's all about empowerment, and it's all about helping other people feel like they can do what they want to accomplish. And that carries over also into my life coaching because I want to help people feel like they can do what they want to accomplish. What I want to share with you is um, Girl Power Camp has been an amazing, amazing experience for me. And I have learned that therapy is for the past, but life coaching is for the present and the now and the future. And with my positive attitude and wanting to help people, I really, really want to focus on helping people with where they're at now and where they want to go.
Right.
Because life coaching is all about finding your direction, finding your purpose, getting through today's struggles. And all of us have them.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just need a third party person that has no judgment, that creates a safe space, a person that can listen actively and ask the right questions and hold you accountable for what it
Yeah.
is you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
But
Girl power is a little bit of life coaching for kids, whether the kids know it or not. It's,
yeah, exactly. It's kind
yeah,
of where it was started.
yeah. In empowering and inspiring others, it's funny how that ripple effect can occur. For those of you that don't know, is that we were mentored by Holly to ultimately create the boy version of Girl Power, which is called Soldier Week for boys. And TJ Van
Yeah.
Thullenar was a massive part of getting this off the ground with me, and then some other wonderful dads stepped in. But it's a interesting, and I think a testament and a compliment to you that that ripple effect created the energy and the people wanting to say, well, wait a minute, let's do this as well for the boys. So I'm very excited about what that ripple effect is going to do for the other people that are going to have the pleasure of working with you. And we're really good at hiding our hurt, and we're good at hiding our pain, and we're very good at, putting on masks and acting like we've got it all figured out. And that's really not the case, right? So what
Right.
people that might want to think they need help, but they don't want to admit they need help, what are some services or some things that you think you could provide, even in that first consultation session, just to get together? What do you usually see to be the blind spots that people don't really know they're overlooking that you can help them with?
Yeah, and the first time that I speak with people, I just really want to get to know them as a person. And usually, what I find is when someone's talking about something that's bothering them or a struggle they're going through or that they might want some life coaching about, there's usually a second or a third layer to that. And
Yeah,
what I'm doing is I'm listening for what those things are, whether it be a block or a habit or a fear that they've had that they don't even know, or maybe they can't admit at the time. My goal is to just actively listen and ask the right questions that they feel comfortable with so that they can unlock whatever that second and third layer is that's causing whatever the problem is, or keeping them stuck wherever they are and they can't move past it. I just really, really believe in com- uh, forming that one-on-one connection with my clients so that they have a safe space that they can be vulnerable. They know that whatever they say with me doesn't go anywhere else. And I just listen for whatever those things are that are underneath what they're really saying.
yeah.
So,
So it sounds like you can help people build a custom plan, not necessarily, hey, everybody has to go through this very regimented process. It seems flexible.
oh, right. It's always custom based on the person, their where they are emotionally, where they are in their growth, where they are in terms of how comfortable they feel opening up. I would never ever force anyone to give me more than they can give at the time that or at the place that they're at right now. So
Yeah.
it's very customized.
Yeah, and we talked about this when we got together, is that it's unbelievable to think that 13 years of girl power, that there could be now, if you go back to how these kids grow so quickly, there could be kids literally in college or maybe starting their families, that
Yeah.
they could look back to you and say, oh, wait a minute, girl power was a lot of fun, but I can actually get some coaching now from Holly, who obviously has a vested interest in my success. So are you seeing
Right. I'm
that
super
age?
excited. Yeah, I'm super excited to connect with some of those girls because, some of them are now in their early 20s and they might be going through times in their life where they don't know what their direction is. They don't know what their purpose in life is. Excuse me.
It's okay.
Or maybe that they're dealing with some relationship issues or some communication problems with other people. And I just really want to be that trustworthy, sacred space for them in order for them to grow and just improve their lives. And my ultimate goal is not for me to create this amazing, crazy, wild business. My ultimate goal is to help people.
Yeah.
And that's what I really want to do. And that's why I started Girl Power Camp. And that's why I'm doing this now. So.
Yeah. And it's funny when we start helping and coaching other people that we get to grow as well. We grow as people. We get some side benefit from that. What have you learned? Because I know you've been in a detailed preparation process, so that you're not just saying, "Hey, I'm a life coach." You're actually gone through a very detailed coaching training, making sure that you had your ducks in a row to do it. As you've walked through that process, how have you grown, Holly, as a human being?
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, I've gone through 6 months of training with Life Purpose Institute. I'm sorry,
It's okay.
I
Take your
have a
time to
little
cough
tickle
if
in
you
my
need
throat.
to. Go ahead.
Yeah, and so anyway, through this whole process, not only have I been learning about the field of life coaching, but we've also put in almost 30 hours of practice coaching with other clients, with peer coaches, with our mentors. I have my own life coach, and I also have a mentor coach, which is fabulous. I have learned so much about myself, about what I want in this world. What do I want to do with myself? How do I want to improve my life? So, not only am I learning how to help other people, but I'm growing in the process.
Yeah.
And I had just learned so much about my worthiness, about my value, about why God put me on this earth, not just to help kids, but I have this other way now of helping adults. And that has just been life changing for me
Yeah.
because I want to extend that positivity that I always have and give it to other people.
Yeah.
As you and I know, this world is a hard place to live in, and we all have our struggles.
Yeah.
So,
What does that first session look like? Like if somebody said, I'm curious to work with Holly,
sure.
what would that look like?
Oh, that's a great question too. My first session is always complimentary. It would just be a conversation like this. And I might ask you, what do you think life coaching is? How could I help you in life coaching? What are you struggling with? And it really would just be an active conversation where you and I would see if we are a good fit for one another. If I have the right tools to help you, if you feel comfortable with me in terms of our personality and how we interact, and we could go from there and customize what it is you need and how often you need to speak with me, and what kind of package you'd like to look at in terms of what your needs are.
Yeah.
So it would be very informal.
Right. So if someone said, I'm struggling, I need to just have a short assignment where I think I can kind of see my blind spots. I just need some accountability, someone to meet with me. That's what I have found personally in coaching so helpful is that sometimes I can see myself sabotage, if that makes sense. But if I don't have a meeting with the accountability partner or someone that I'm good at continuing to do the same things, even though I know they're not good for me. But if I have that
Right.
meeting or I have that accountability, then there's a little bit more pressure to say, okay, I've got to really do this. But then,
Yeah.
I remember being a younger child, a young family, and for whatever reason, I can't tell you what my family was going through, but we all found ourselves like in family therapy, and we all went into the process like, oh, nobody wants to do this, nobody. But it was very helpful, and it helped us all as a family learn that kind of looking yourself in the mirror and not acting like you got it all figured out is probably a good thing for everyone. Have you seen that it takes how long does it take to kind of get somebody to open up in a session? I mean, does it take a
Well,
while?
that's a good, yeah. Yeah, that's a good thought. Usually it's about 4 to 6 weeks for someone to really make some impactful growth. First couple times we meet, I'm going to get a good background on you and hear a lot of what you're going through, do a lot of listening and questioning. And then we're going to work on some tools or some techniques that are going to help you move past whatever your issue or whatever you're struggling with. And typically, my clients go anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks for their first time with me. Then, if they come back, we do another 4 to 6 weeks on something else. Or maybe it might take a little longer than just the 4 to 6 weeks for them to work on that one particular issue. The beauty of it is when you meet with me, we meet for 50 to 55 minutes. And I am usually available to you by text or email during the week, so that if you do have a question or a follow-up idea or something else you wanted to share with me, you could always do that later. It's not like when you go to a therapist, sometimes, the clock stops at 50 minutes and they're like, okay, you're out, you're done.
Yeah,
And I don't want to ever make anyone feel that way. I want you to feel like our one on one connection is real, it's authentic. And although I do have to keep a schedule, I always want you to feel like I'm available to you to help you through whatever is happening.
that's great. And so I imagine how do you want people to reach out to you if they want to inquire? Because I'm sure that's intimidating for people when they're like, oh gosh, I'm actually going to make a phone call or send an email. How would you like them to reach out to you?
Okay. I have a website. It's championlifecoaching.net.
Okay.
It's championlifecoaching.net. And on the website, there's a place they can schedule just a one-on-one consultation. There's also a place where you can just email me what your thoughts are and what you might want to talk about. And then I'll reach back out to you by email and we can go from there.
That's great.
It's very non-intimidating. I'm not gonna stalk you or, email you 1,000 times. But if you are really serious about making some change or having some growth in your life, I would love for you to reach out to me at championlifecoaching.net.
That's wonderful. And I'll put all the contact information below this in the show notes so that people can find
Okay.
that easily. Holly, you're amazing. You have always been an inspiration to me. I think that the best part about you is your heart is so authentic and that you are good at listening and that you really give people your best. And I'm happy that you have made this transition because when you told me that this is what you wanted to do as another side hustle and grow it, I go, wow, that's amazing. I can totally see that happen. And sometimes you hear about people in life that say, hey, I'm going to start this or do that. I hear that a lot, just, my business life as well. But it just feels like such a perfect fit. And I know that I can speak for you and for anybody watching this video that if you actually meet with them, you're going to give them your undivided attention and do everything within your power to help them. And I'm grateful for the people that will take you up on that opportunity.
Wow, those are such kind words, David. And coming from you, it means a lot. I mean, I have a lot of respect for you and all that you do and your positivity. And I feel the same way about all the things that you've ever done in my life. And thank you so much for the support. And I wish you the best as well. Thank you so much for the time and the opportunity to talk about life coaching because it really is where my heart is.
Well, I'm
And
excited and I think this is going to be great. And anything we can do to
thanks.
help you along the way. And guys, whoever's watching this, and please reach out to Holly. You just don't know that we all get better when we have accountability and we all get better. We just think about it. We grow up, we have coaches at every turn, and then we get older and we don't have
Mhm.
anybody to coach us. And then we're just
Right.
kind of like drifting along. But to have some focus, I feel like you can reach your life's full potential. So Holly's going to give you a good listen and coach you up the best she can.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention this. A lot of us, most people want to stay in shape or to, be fit and healthy. And you go to a gym and you get coached on how to do the physical side. You might watch videos on how to stay physically fit. But how many of us really get a mental coach or an emotional coach or somebody who helps us with the non-tangibles? And I really hope people can see how important that is because if everything's going well up here, usually everything else goes well in your life too. So
Right. Well, thank you for your time. Guys, reach out to Holly, and it's so wonderful to have you. And I know this is going to be extremely successful for you.
thanks so much, David. Have a great day.
Bye.